Welcome to CARICOMP Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence.
A judge in Alameda County, California, threw out an entire civil case after discovering that videotaped witness testimony was a deepfake. Not a blurry, glitchy fake you'd catch on a second watch. A synthetic video deliberately submitted as evidence in a real courtroom. That case is one of the first known instances where someone used fabricated video to try to win a lawsuit. The judge didn't just dismiss it, the court recommended sanctions against the party that submitted it. And if you've ever taken a video on your phone, sent a photo to your insurance company, or recorded something because you needed proof, this story is about you. For decades, the legal system treated video as close to unimpeachable. A recording was a record of what happened. That assumption is collapsing. Federal rulemakers have now proposed a new rule, Rule 901C, specifically to govern what they call potentially fabricated or altered electronic evidence. Under that proposal, you can't just hand a judge a video anymore. You'd have to prove its value, as evidence outweighs the risk that it misleads the jury. So the question running through everything today is this: if video can be faked and real footage can be called fake, what counts as proof? Start with the speed problem. Professional fact-checkers need hours, sometimes days, to run forensic review on a single piece of media. In that same window, a social media platform can push a deepfake to tens of millions of people. The fake travels at the speed of a share button. The truth travels at the speed of a lab. That gap matters in courtrooms too, because opposing counsel can introduce doubt about a video faster than your expert can finish analyzing it. And the old ways of spotting fakes? They're fading. Visual inspection used to catch synthetic media, weird boundaries around the face, mismatched eye reflections, lighting that didn't line up with the rest of the scene. Those tells carried a real weight. Not anymore. Generation tools have improved so much that simply looking at a video and saying this looks real or this looks fake doesn't persuade the way it used to. Not without technical backup. That means the person on a jury can't trust their own eyes, and the detective presenting a case can't rely on theirs either. So what's replacing the eyeball test? Modern forensic analysis now examines video frame by frame. Analysts look for whether facial landmarks stay consistent across a sequence of frames. They check for blink patterns that don't match how a real human blinks. They measure whether the direction of light hitting a face actually matches the light in the rest of the scene. And they run temporal analysis, scanning across time for tiny flickering inconsistencies that a single freeze frame would never reveal. A single screenshot won't catch a deepfake. But watching how pixels behave over dozens of consecutive frames can. Meanwhile, a new standard is emerging to prove that authentic media is authentic from the moment it's captured. It's called C2PA, the Coalition for Content Provenance and Authenticity. It works like a digital seal. When a camera or device captures an image or video, a cryptographic signature gets embedded, proving where the content came from and confirming it hasn't been altered since. By this year, that standard has become a cornerstone of media verification. For anyone who's ever had a neighbor dispute, a car accident, or a workplace incident, and pulled out their phone to record it, this kind of provenance chain could be the difference between evidence that holds up and evidence that gets thrown out. Researchers now call this the zero-trust media era. Every digital artifact, every video, every photo, every audio clip gets presumed synthetic until someone proves otherwise through cryptographic or forensic means. That's a complete inversion of how evidence has worked for over a century. Courts used to assume a recording was real unless someone challenged it. Now the burden is shifting to the person who brings the evidence. You don't just show the video. You show the forensic proof that the video is genuine, and the chain of custody proving nobody tampered with it along the way. But the deepest danger isn't fake evidence getting in. It's real evidence getting thrown out. Researchers call it the liar's dividend. Once deepfakes become common enough, anyone caught on genuine video doing something wrong can simply claim, "That's AI, that's not me, that's fabricated." And without a uniform standard for how courts admit or exclude digital media, the default may be to punt the question to the jury. Your solid evidence gets weaponized against you. So, the short version. Video used to speak for itself in court. It doesn't anymore. New rules are being written right now that would require anyone submitting digital evidence to prove it's real, with forensic analysis and a cryptographic chain of custody. And if those standards don't land evenly, the biggest risk isn't that fake evidence fools a jury. It's that real evidence stops mattering. Whether you're building a legal case or just recording something on your phone because you might need it later, what counts as proof is being rewritten. The full story's in the description if you want the deep dive.
Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, caracomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.